Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. If you were wondering where Waldo was, you found him. But if you're also wondering what happened to SBCs this year in FC26, well, I think we can officially now declare that EA have ruined SBCs this year in this game, because from this point onwards, SBCs have been very, very frustrating. Every time I log into the game, into this section of the game, apart from the 85x20 that now is even frustrating in its own right, you just continue to see and feel where EA's decision to nerf this part of the game is being acted out in this game. And after content yesterday, we're still feeling the side effects of that EA decision 4 weeks until the new game comes out. After I saw yesterday's content, guys, I knew we needed to talk about SBCs. Maybe this is my final rant or vent session about how bad SBCs have been this year and how I disagree with how EA has handled this whole situation. But it's impacting our pack grind, and SBCs in general right now are just not good. We're going to talk about that today and even throw it back to Team of the Year, because I don't know if you guys realized it, but I think this nerf was taking place months ago. But we do have a little bit of content today on Monday to discuss, because my favorite game mode of this entire year's game is coming back today. The Ultimate Rewind Gauntlet should bring us some packs, evos, and some probably preseason tokens, which we very much so need. Maybe even a little bit of SP if we're lucky, and hopefully some new Ultimate Rewind 99 rated players as well through that. Let's talk about that all and some new player picks coming today. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up the video, hype the video, and of course subscribe if you are new. Now, we're going to cover yesterday's Sunday content first, as we should, because there was the third and final objective inside of the free Kylian Mbappe completionist set. The Thanks for the Memories objective set here, which gives some good packs and honestly some interesting players too. A 96, of course, evolvable Ousmane Dembele. You've got a 97 Puskás with 99 shooting, 50 preseason tokens, the front flip celebration, an Eden Hazard, a Tovan card, and then an 88x7 is the group reward. Of course, all three of these objectives here work together to get you the free 98 Mbappe. Does take you a few games. You only have 4 days to get all of these done, but that is worth it for the Evo, the 3 cards that you get, specifically that 98 Mbappe, which you can boost the passing up to that card on 98 as well and give him a 5th playstyle plus. Now, not all of yesterday's content was bad, I would say, because the Evo that we had yesterday called Guardian of the Wing actually kind of cooks. Take a look at my Grimaldo showdown here from the World Cup. I got to put a 5th playstyle plus on this card. He's got 4 98 stats there. And also Patrick Vieira, who I've been evoing and has been one of my staple center backs during the whole entire year of Ultimate Team. He also fits into this evolution, stays lengthy, and goes to 98 defense, physical, and pace. I think that's who I'm actually going to end up putting this Evo. I wish I could do it twice for 25,000 coins. I know it doesn't take us to a 99. We're still waiting for that, but that is a very, very solid Evo right there. Now, let's go to the part of the game that is frustrating, and that is the SBCs. Because, guys, the first thing that I saw when I saw SBCs yesterday was Zlatan Ibrahimovic. 4 weeks to go until FC27, and EA finally dropped an SBC for one of the most popular icons that they've added to this game. He is 27 squads. With the current pack grind that we have, that is going to be very difficult to get done. Maybe possible, yes, but not as easily possible as it would have been during footies the last couple of weeks. It's great to see Zlatan here in SBCs if that is a player that you want. But guys, if you are able to pack him as a 93 rated or a 95 rated card that is in packs, you will be able to create a better card for a lot less work through evolution. So I would tell you that, but that card is out and available if you do want to craft it. Now, also, how in the world have we got a 27 squad Zlatan Ibrahimovic and then a 2 squad Chris Richards? 2 squads versus 27. They're both 98 rated. I mean, one is Zlatan, an icon, yes, and the one is Chris Richards. But, like, come on, man. That is a disgusting difference in the amount of squads between those 2 cards. Now, I'm going to say it. I got this Chris Richards in my club, and I like the Fro dynamic better, and the fact that I can put 5 playstyle pluses on him right now and maybe even Evo him up because he's 96 rated. So I'm probably not going to do this SBC even as an American, but if you are American, that is a very easy one to get done. My frustration is building with SBCs after talking about that, but then we get to this. The 95 plus, great to the gamer footies, hero, or icon pack. This replaced the unlimited repeatable 94 plus icon that we were using as a part of our unlimited pack grind. It was one of the key SBCs that gave you a footies or festival football player to keep the 85 by 10 special card requirement going, right? And that's the problem that we have with the grind right now. We're not getting enough of those team of the seasons, festival football, and there's no footies cards and packs to put back into the 85 by 10. So that 94 plus icon pick or pack was helpful for that. Thankfully, we still have a 95 plus festival football or footies player pick that is just one squad, because the new icon pack that they dropped yesterday requires 2 squads. I don't think EA understand what they're doing right now, because they're making SBCs worse at the very end stage of the game, where we already don't have a lot of patience for the way SBCs have been run this year. But guys, that's just got me thinking about SBCs in general. I think that after this tweet, after the decisions that EA have made, and then looking back retroactively on the SBC content that we have had, I think we can declare it the worst year of SBCs like ever. Because before this tweet came out, we knew something was up. We knew that, this is my big time example, during Team of the Year, the SBCs were just not as good. I think this is one of the best examples of how this nerf was taking place all the way back during that time. Because guys, the biggest SBC that came out of Team of the Year this year was the flashback Sophia Wilson, and that's probably the #1 SBC that we can think back on. There's maybe a handful more. I think of Screen Pogba up there as well in terms of most impactful player SBCs that almost everybody did, that you're going to go on for years and remember, man, an FC 26, do you remember that card? This is going to be the #1 card that you probably remember. But also, during Team of the Year, she was like one of the only cards you were able to craft. Not just the players were not as good, right? She was good because she stood out above the rest, but the way you could get fodder was nerfed into the ground. Guys, remember in FIFA 23, we had this flashback Sergio Ramos card. We had this Team of the Year icon Hugo Sanchez SBC. We had this end of an era Gareth Bale that was legendary. Dare I name some more SBCs from FIFA 23, because it was another great year. There was a Ajabi Alonso. There was a Sadio Mane flashback card. I had that. There was a flashback Paul Pogba card when he played at Juventus. That card was sick. And I think there's even a couple more SBCs that I'm missing here. But my point is, I was only able to do this Sophia Wilson and then 1 or 2 other, like I think I did Marcelo, I did Sophia Wilson, and one of these Team of the Year honorable mention SBCs that we had this last year in FC 26 Team of the Year. Compare that to FIFA 23, where I was able to craft everything. So that's the difference, and not just the players not being as exciting or as good. You look in here like Dumornay, downvoted. Gabriel, downvoted. Delict, downvoted. Karchawi, Olise, Frimpong, upvoted because they were actually halfway decent. But the amount of fodder that you could get to actually craft these SBCs, you had to choose between doing Butragueño, Marcelo, or Totti, because they were all like 1 to 2 million coins. I did Marcelo, and that was a great card. I really loved him. I would have loved to do Totti as well. And from how Team of the Year used to be, I would have thought I could have done Totti and Marcelo and CC and some of the other cards in here. But with the amount of fodder, or the lack of fodder, that we were able to get from the Team of the Year upgrade packs, that actually wasn't able to happen. Of course, we remember in FC 25, the unlimited repeatable 82 by 20 that absolutely changed Team of the Year, and it was insane. This year, we had an 82 by 25, but EA limited us to 10 of them every single day. Why did they limit us to 10 of those every single day? Now we know. That is the most frustrating part about SBCs. Now that it's starting to like come full circle, and we're seeing the full picture of this SBC nerf happening even earlier in the year than what they originally said. Just now knowing this, it is incredibly frustrating. But also, I'm glad they told us. Some people, and I hope EA doesn't think this, some people are probably like, man, it would have been nice to not even know about this. Then we would have just been left in the dark and not known. No, I think EA should be glad, and we should be glad, that they told us about this, whether they were actually planning to or not, whether or not FutAccountant was meant to tweet this out or not. W communication, but hopefully this just ends up in SBCs being better for us, and the fact that we now know this, we can kind of remember that, and we can be like, yeah, we remember how SBCs went on FC26, and we do not want things to go that way again. So I kind of like that that got aired out there, because there's definitely some things that I think didn't get aired out there. I know for a fact that they said that the upgrades on player SBCs were nerfed and the repeatability of upgrade SBCs. I mean, that terminology right there explains why the 8225 was only repeatable 10 times instead of unlimited repeatable, 10 times a day instead of unlimited repeatable back then during Team of the Year. But even explains things now, like the 85 by 10 grind being nerfed as it was, how late we were to get the 84 by 10 unlimited repeatable, how late we were to get some sort of exchange to even do 80 plus times 5 packs and 84 plus player picks unlimited repeatable as well. I do believe 100% that they nerfed the actual pack weight of packs. You can't tell me otherwise. I mean, they're not going to come out and say it because they won't expose themselves for that. But I almost 100% guarantee you that they have nerfed the pack weight on the actual packs, because it just seems like that. I mean, we're in the end game and all we would like to do is pack 99s, and I'm lucky enough to have packed 4. But like, man, just doing the regular 85 by 10s, that's one of the reasons why the pack grind doesn't feel worth completing at this time. All we can say now is SBC and FC27, like the new system, SBC system, please save us. It has to save us. And after actually using it in the beta a little bit and seeing some leak tweets about it and thinking about it, it does look interesting and looks cool. And, you know, there's that. But at what point does this become maybe, I don't know what the word is, but taken advantage of because of third-party tools and stuff like that? And that's the last thing I want to talk about. What are we supposed to be mad at? Third-party tools or EA? Well, the answer is EA, because third-party tools were created to help us, the user of this game, get the SBCs done that are out there in a quicker way than what we actually could in the game. Because the SBC system, as we've heard many times, as EA have said themselves many times, is so far behind what it used to be. It has not evolved with the times. SBCs back in FIFA 17, 18, and 19, when we were new to this sort of concept in the game, were not unlimited repeatable, or very, very few of them were unlimited repeatable back in that time. I don't even think we had repeatable SBCs until FIFA 18 or FIFA 19. In FIFA 17, it was one and done, and that's all you got. So the SBC system has not caught up with the times. This is catching it up with the times, but is it too little, too late? We are going to have to see. But I mean, that's all we have to put our hope in right now, is the fact that EA has this new system in FC 27. But guys, let me know in the comments below. I know that SBCs have been a frustrating point in the game for the past couple of days because of the upgrade pack grind not being as good. And the more that I interact with the grind right now, which, by the way, if you're wanting to grind, it is still the same. 85 by 10, the footies provisions upgrade gets your 87s to your 90s, and then your 90 pluses up to the footies cards and stuff that you need to save for this, of course, that you still have in your club. Everything else, 90 and above, goes into this to give you more festival football and footies cards. You can still grind, but it's kind of not unlimited. Like, you will run out of cards because you won't pack enough of the specials that you need to put into this. Now, if EA go ahead and change this to say any special card, or they remove the squad requirement entirely, then we could be cooking. So we'll just cross our fingers for that. But at this point, SBCs have been chalked for a long time, and especially in this endgame time period, just logging into that section of the game doesn't feel fun each and every day. So, long rant over, but that is how I'm feeling about SBCs, and I wanted to bring up that Team of the Year conversation today, just to kind of put in perspective how I think we can look back and see the frustration of SBCs now actually taking place earlier on in this year. Now, let's take a look at Monday content that is happening today, guys, because as I said, my favorite game mode is coming back. I don't even know if I'm going to play Champs. I thought I was going to play Champs this weekend. Some of the rewards look interesting, but Gauntlet is something I'm always down for, because at this stage, I have got so many insane cards that I want to use, and I don't have, you know, the ability to keep swapping them in and out of my team. So the Gauntlet is the perfect place for that. I actually need to update this squad here with some of the higher rateds that I've got. Like, I'm not even using 99 Modric in a team right now, or 99 Vitinha. Those guys, I haven't even used. As actually, is Hemp in a team at the moment? She might not be. Lampard may not be in a team at the moment for my either. So the Gauntlet is a great place to use some of these new cards that you've packed, or new Evos that you have packed as well. I am a fan. Now, also, what you haven't seen recently in the Gauntlet is super sweaty win requirements. You just have to, like, play a certain number of games, or you can win the gauntlet a couple of times through perfect rounds or 3 of 4 wins in the rounds to get it done. So that's hopefully what we'll see today, a bonus objective and a regular gauntlet objective that again will give us packs, hopefully some preseason tokens, definitely some evolutions, some players, and we'll see what else that it could give us as well. Also today on Monday, new player picks. The 84 plus player pick goes away. And so does the 83 plus player pick. If they would be so nice to give us a place to put our commons instead of the 85 by 10, that would be pretty cool. You know, like let me turn in, I don't know, let me turn in 10 squads of common golds, 11 players per squad to get like a pack of 3 footies cards. Max 97. I don't care. Just let me get footies cards so that I can put them into the 85 by 10. Something like that. Kind of like a gold common exchange. That would be something that I'd be down for at least right now. Because that gives us more chances to do 85 by 10s. But we're just dreaming at that point right there. So that's probably all that we're expecting for today's content. I mean, they are dropping Evos almost every day and daily player SBCs too. We do have still a list of the player SBCs here, which does include the Marcelo that we have not seen yet and the 99 Oblak that we have not seen yet as well. You've got a Timber. I don't think he's been released unless I've missed him. You've got an Enciso and you got a couple of other cards. I mean, some of this have been objectives and probably, you know what, that Oblak or the Marcelo could actually be a gauntlet reward today. So keep an eye out for that as well. But those are the players that we could be seeing during this week of Ultimate Rewind. Now, one last thing that I completely forgot to mention until this late point in the video is yesterday for content, we got the second set of voting for the Destined for Glory promo to start FC 27. And this was about assists. I mean, you're kind of voting on who you think is going to have the most assists in the league that they play in this year. And that's why you want to choose this card, because depending on how many assists you think they're going to get, they would get upgrades. You got to go with Vicky Lopez. I mean, I know that the Barca women's team has lost some players, but like, dude, they are the best team in the world when it comes to women's football. Nusa and Leonard Carl. Isn't Leonard Carl still hurt from the World Cup? I'm going to go with Nusa here. I probably should have went with Leonard Carl now that I was thinking about that, because I'd rather see him in a promo. But if he's hurt, then a live card wouldn't make any sense for him. Morgan Rogers or Semenyo. I'm going to go with Rogers, just because this is who I think would get more assists. I think the card that I'm most excited for out of this so far would be Akliush or Vicky Lopez. Lastly, we have Nico Paz and Yildiz. I'll take Yildiz. I don't know. That pick of players wasn't as cool, but those are players that we have now just officially voted on for the first promo of FC 27. We're going to have another vote tomorrow on Tuesday, because EA, it sounds like, is giving us a new vote every 2 days. There was one on Friday. There was one yesterday on Sunday. Sounds like we're getting another vote on Tuesday. Let's end with a couple of packs here. 85 by 10s. I've been yapping for a long time. I don't want to make this a super long video at this late stage of the game. Winter wildcards, B. Bruno. B. Bruno. Let me know down below in the comments as well, if any of you are still watching, if you've packed any of the 99s from this Ultimate Rewind team. Okay, no 99s there. Just because I'm curious if you skipped the pack animation or not. During footies, you'd never skip the 99 because you saw footies and you're like, oh, dip, this could be something. And now you see, you know, like the Winter Wildcards design or Joga Benito, and you're like, skip, who cares? But it might actually be a 99. That's how I packed my Teo Hernandez. He was literally a card that it didn't even walk out. He was behind the walkout, not even showing, but I had no clue because of the card design that it was. So luckily, guys, this promo is probably never going to be run again by EA Sports. I think it is a pretty overwhelming thumbs down in terms of how it's gone. Maybe this Friday when this promo ends, we will finally have preseason. And I wonder if we'll get any more FC 27 carryover rewards there. I honestly wouldn't think so, because the website talking about the season pre-order rewards is already kind of listed up with everything that we can get. But we'll have to see. All right, last 85 by 10 here. We're going to save some for the stream today. Save some for some pack grinding today. We'll see what we get on the piece of contents today that we could maybe craft. Piece of contents. It's time to end the video, guys. I'm going to go stop looking like Waldo, and I will see you guys on a stream today. Have a happy Monday, and I will see you guys in the stream. It's been TheFutAccountant, and I will catch you there. Peace out.